Wells, Charlotte, and uptown Charlotte, North Carolina, as the Wildcats welcome in the Flyers of Sandhills Community College for the final home match of the 2018 season. This game had to be rescheduled from earlier this season due to Hurricane Michael. And for our starting lineups and national anthem for tonight's match, we will turn you over to our public address announcer, Chris Plano. While we get Plano ready to go, we'll give you the quick update of the records. The Wildcats coming to this game at 14-14, while Sandhills comes in at 22-5. They are the champions of Region 10 in the NJCAA. Has an undefeated record in region play, so definitely a quality squad coming into the Wildcat Center tonight. I think Plano's just about ready to go, so we will get you down to him.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Johnson & Wales University Wildcat Center. On Pink Out Night, it's Dig Pink Night here at the Wildcat Center as your Wildcats host the Flyers from Sandhills Community College. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand and remove your hats as we honor our country and the men and women who serve it with the playing of this evening's national anthem. I am your public address announcer, Chris Plano. Now for the starting lineup for tonight's women's volleyball game. First for the visiting Flyers of Sandhills, number 1, Shaden House. Number 2, Ivy Futrell. Number 3, Caitlin Lisenby. Number 7, Rachel Mashburn. Number 8, Chelsea Green. Number 9, Jordan Ward. Number 10, Abby Wallace. Number 12, Kiana Brown. Number 14, Taisha Lilly. And number 15, Lily Inman. Sandhills head coached by Alicia Riggin. She's assisted by Kristen Hilton and Jacob Marley. All right, Wildcat fans, I get to do this one more time in 2018. Let's get on your feet and greet your Johnson & Wales University Wildcats. A senior from Fayetteville, North Carolina, one of the team captains, number 14, Haley Franklin. A junior, Waldorf, Maryland, number 2, Tanaya Scott. A sophomore, Elgin, South Carolina, number 6, Kendall Watson. A senior, Statesville, North Carolina, number 1, Carrie Ketchy. A junior, Columbia, South Carolina, number 3, Victoria Hicklin. A freshman, Wilmington, Delaware, number 4, Aloria Ham. A senior, Kings Hill, St. Croix in the Virgin Islands, number 5, Ty Gonzalez. A freshman, Taylor, South Carolina, number 7, Demaya Scott. A sophomore, Spring Lake, North Carolina, number 8, Moana Reed. A freshman, Bono, South Carolina, number 9, Lauren Godby. A freshman, Branchville, South Carolina, number 11, Lenasia Felder. A sophomore, Swansea, South Carolina, number 13, Ayana Favor. A freshman, freshman, Boone, North Carolina, number 16, Taylor Walker. A sophomore, Decula, Georgia, number 17, Jamie Hay. And a junior, Gastonia, North Carolina, number 18, Tiana Eason. Your Wildcats are coached in her 9th season by Callie Phillips. She's assisted in her 6th season by Markeisha Claiborne.
All right, there you have it, Wildcat fans, the national anthem and starting lineups for tonight's match, as the Wildcats will take the court against the Flyers from Sandhills Community College. And for the call of tonight's action, we'll turn you over to the voice of the Wildcats, Kelly Turner.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We got a good one here tonight. Final regular season game tonight for the Wildcats. They are on the right side of your screen in pink. Getting them the huddle right now. Breaking it down is Aloria Ham getting the team pumped. On the left side of the screen, Sandhill Flyers in the burgundy color. They'll be serving left to right on your screen. Wildcats will be going right to left. This will be the final game on home court for the seniors. Ty Gonzalez, Haley Franklin, and Carrie Ketchy.
Of course, we hope it's not the final game in their careers for the graduating seniors. Wildcats will find out on Wednesday if they get a bid to the USCAA National Tournament. Tune in to the USCAA website or their YouTube page at about 5:30 on Wednesday for those announcements. As soon as we hear anything, we'll definitely post to our social media channels. We'll keep you updated. Those championships will take place not this coming weekend, but the next weekend up in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
All right, so out on the floor for the Wildcats right now. In the front line is Demaya Scott and Tanaya Scott, along with Moana Reed. In the back row, getting the start for this first serve is Carrie Ketchy. Haley Franklin back there, along with Kendall Watson in the black libero shirt. Carrie sends that one over. Flyers on the attack, digging that one up was Ketchy. Scott runs to get it, and Reed will play it over. Short set for Lily. Kicked up by Scott. What a play.
Dig by Franklin, and then the kick save and a beauty by Tanaya Scott. Wildcats get the kill. Good hustle play there.
What an opening point for the Wildcats. Starters out on the floor for the Flyers. Number 1, Shaden Hausch in the white shirt. Number 3, Caitlin Leisonby. Number 7, Rachel Mashburn. Number 10, Abby Wallace. Number 14, Tiaja Lilly. Number 15, Lily Inman.
And we get a rotation violation on Sandhills, so another quick point for Johnson & Wales there.
Ketchy again, right side of the floor. Wallace sets it across, looking for Leisonby, and it falls to the floor for the Flyers' point. So, Chuck, if the Wildcats win this one against the Flyers, what's that do for them in the USCAA tourney bid?
Well, I think it does absolutely nothing, to be honest with you, Kelly. Those bids, the rankings had to be turned in last Thursday, so the field has been decided. We just don't know what it is yet until Wednesday.
All right, so we will find out. I feel like the Wildcats have a good chance. And a block, that time from Scott and Reed.
Wildcats have been ranked in the top 5 all season long, and they take the top 6 teams. They do have the top strength of schedule, and they've beaten several other contending teams. So I agree with you, Kelly. I do think that the Wildcats have a strong case to receive a bid to the national tournament.
They'll get the double on Leisonby. The Wildcats going up early, 5-1. Right at the net, Scott puts it down, but Lily's right there again, and the Wildcats get a point.
So quick start for the Wildcats, and head coach Alicia Riggins is going to call a timeout as her team down 6-1 here. Make sure they get organized. The rotation violation, definitely a sign that maybe not everybody is where they need to be. They have their head in this match. And the Wildcats, on the other hand, have come out like a house of fire, which I'm hesitant to say anytime we're in the gym these days. But regardless, Coach Phillips talking with her team about what they're doing right and what they need to continue to do. They've got this good little cushion here, 6-1 to start this match.
kind of been the story here lately for the Wildcats. Strong starts to most of their games, just been finishing. It's been the difficult part. And right now they're up 6-1 in this first set against Sandhills Flyers.
If you haven't picked up by now, this is the pink out game for the Wildcats. Everybody decked out in pink. We even have pink line judge flags.
Got the pink ball, line judge flags, pink jerseys. It's dig pink night off the block. Reed saves it. Favor tips it up. Dug up by Hausch. Middle of the floor, and Edmond hits it over. Going back to Favor. Great dig. That time it was Mashburn. They're going to call a double on the Flyers. Another Wildcats point. It'll be number 7, Demias Scott. Back to serve, right side of your screen for the Wildcats.
I think Favor surprised Mashburn with that attack. Good reaction by her.
Great set, Scott the runner. Short set on the attack is Lilly. She gets the point for the Flyers.
Strong kill by Lilly there, right through the block.
Kendall Watson back in. She replaces Demias Scott. It'll be Caitlin Lysenby back to serve for Sandhills. Coming in the left side of your screen, sends that one right side, played up by Franklin. Reed sets for Scott again. Dug up by Hausch, over on the scoreboard, tried to get to it, look out. That was Lysenby, good effort, but couldn't keep it alive. Wildcats point. Freshman Taylor Walker check in for Franklin. It'll be Moana Reed back to serve. One across to Inman. Ketchy couldn't get to it, falls in front of Watson. Stumbles a bit, gets back up.
I think that ball got tipped as it came across the net, and it kind of threw off Ketchy's angle a little bit. She couldn't quite react to it.
Number 9, Jordan Ward just checked in for the Flyers as Lilly sends that one over, received by Watson. Looking back to Scott, tips it over, dug up, but right back on the Wildcat side to have it again. Favor will try this time, down the line, played up by Mashburn. Looking across for Edmond, tipped immediately over by Scott. On the attack, that one's long. Good duck by Ketchy, letting that one go out of bounds.
Athletic move by Ketchy to get down quickly to the floor as that one sailed over her head.
Number 17, Jamie Hay, comes in for the Wildcats. Number 2, Tania Scott, right side of the screen, sends that one over. Edmond on the attack, off the block, out of bounds. Flyers point.
Tom Hay and Walker got a little bit separated on their block attempt there, kind of left an alley. And the ball went right through it, right off of Hay's hands and out of play.
Abby Wallace serves that one for the Flyers. Walker tips it over. Flyers with it now. On the attack is Mashburn, and that one long. So if you're just tuning in, Johnson & Wales University women's volleyball. Last regular season match here versus Sandhills Community College. They lead this first set 10-4. Watson gets that serve to right over the net. Down the line, Scott was there. Looking back to Walker. It'll be Wildcats point. No call.
Number 15, I believe, in the net for
Edmond.
Sandhills.
Kendall Watson back to serve again. Sends it right at Mashburn. Short set, blocked immediately. Couldn't get to it, was Hay. Sandhills point.
So Demias Scott got the block, and it came right down on her side of the net. She played it up, but it hit into the net, and Jamie Hay couldn't do anything with it.
Lily Inman back to serve now for Sandhills. Left side of your screen. Wildcats leading 11-5 in this first set. Received by Watson. Reed sets. Walker with the kill.
Big country bringing the hammer tonight.
Haley Franklin's going to check in for Walker. Get a high five from her coach. When she heads to the sideline, it'll be Franklin back to serve. Furious Franklin, that is. The last time I'll be calling that on the Wildcat Sports Network. On the attack is Mashburn off the tip. Great save by Reed. Franklin diving for it, couldn't get to it in time. Lily back in. She replaces Ward. It'll be Hausch back to serve.
Saved by Reed, let the big open spot on the court. The Wildcats couldn't cover it soon enough. Good find by Sandhills.
Wallace sets off the block. Falls on the Wildcats side. Flyers point. Credit that kill to Tiaja Lilly.
They like setting Lilly on that little short set right there in the middle. Wildcats need to recognize that.
Hausch again back to serve. Coming in your screen. Sends that one. Tips the net and falls right in front of Scott for the ace.
Not much Sanaya could have done with that one. It hit the net at the very last second. It changed its trajectory. Just couldn't get to it.
Hausch again, nearly the same spot. Hay winds one up. That great kill goes right off of Wallace out of bounds.
And we have some members of the Hay family tuning in tonight. They'll be happy to see that kill by Jamie. Wildcats back up 5, 13-8.
Carrie Ketchy back to serve. She comes in to replace Hay. Wallace plays it back, and Ward hits it over. Demai Scott right at the net, gets it over for the Wildcats. Flyers back on the attack. This time it's Mashburn. Watson's there, though. Tipped over by Reed. They're going to call Flyers in the net.
It's like they have Lily.
Yep, Lily. Another point for the Wildcats. They lead 14-8. Ketchy again back to serve. Middle of the floor, received by Hausch. Two players there. They're scrambling for it. Wildcats with it now. Going back across to Demai Scott and hits it in the net. Number 7, Rachel Mashburn. Back to serve now for the Flyers. Sends that one far side. Ketchy runs to get to it. Reed is there as Franklin plays it over. Short set again for Lily, but Watson was there that time. Going back to Demai Scott. Hausch plays it up. Going back across the license. B blocked immediately. No one could get there in time for the Wildcats. It'll be a Sandhills point.
One of the best offensive possessions or rallies that the Flyers have had so far tonight. It's several good attacks at it. They come away with a point.
Going back to Tanai Scott, looking for that far corner. She paints the line. Great play by Tanai Scott.
Scott just kind of poked it back there over everybody's head and into that back corner.
Iona Favor checks in for Watson as Demai Scott sends that one over. Right, the net. Iona Favor got a piece of it. Wildcats with it now. One-handed dig from Frank, and what a save from Reed. Flyers trying to get him right back. Wildcats scrambling. Reed trying to catch him off guard right at the net. Favor. They're going to call Wildcats in the net. Oh, man, what two great digs. It was Franklin and Reed both diving for it one-handed. Got it up.
I think, and then Favor was a little too excited and got into the net on that one.
Watson plays that one over. Hausch is there. They sent Lily, but blocked immediately by Scott.
There we go. Better play there. Tanaya got to the net off that short set to Lily, and she was right there to send it down, right back down onto the Flyer side of the court.
Taylor Walker back in for Franklin. Moana Reed back to serve. Middle of the floor. Looking across for Inman off the block. Tip. Ketchy's there. Reed gets to it. Looks to set Favor. Off the hands of Hausch. And Hausch will play it over. Nope, she doesn't. It hits it right in the net. 16-12, just about midway through this first set. 17-11. Wildcat lead midway through this first set. Warner Reed serves again. Good serve, but a great dig from Mashburn. Short set for Lily again. Wildcats were there. Going across the big country, and she hits it in the net. She knew it, too. Jordan Ward back in for Hausch.
Wildcats still up 5 here. Just need to get a side out.
Favor keeps that one in. Going back across to Scott. Played up by Lily. High in the skies, Wallace taps it over. Going back to Favor. Winds one up. They're there. And a block by Wallace gets it back as Lily plays it over. Short set going back to Scott. Again, the Flyers are there right at the net, and that'll be out of bounds.
So that time Sandhills got their setter involved and plays at the net, kind of took her out of the second pass.
We're going to get
another timeout by Coach Regan as her team is now down by 6 at 18-12, and we'll take this timeout with them back in 1 minute. Back here courtside, just a reminder that our final fall sports telecast will be tomorrow night, Ortho Carolina Sportsplex, 7 a.m. kickoff for women's soccer. The Falcons of Pfeiffer making their first appearance against Johnson and Wales. 7 o'clock, Ortho Carolina Sportsplex will have all the action for you here on the Wildcat Sports Network. And then Saturday, doubleheader basketball. Basketball season is here.
Oh, boy, I'm excited.
You're the New Look men's team with Coach Dan Larkin, and then your defending national champion women's team getting their title defense started. Good pancake by
Wow. That was Watson on the runner. That won't be long.
And they're going to give it to the
Wildcats.
Wildcats. Ball is out.
That was Ward on the attack. Her hit just went a little bit wide. But again, great pancake by Watson. Laying out for it. Got under it off the tip. Watson couldn't get to it that time. So here we are now, 19-13. Wildcats leading Sandhills Community College. It's Abby Walsh back to serve for the Flyers. Short set. Hay kind of had a jump over Reed. And that one way long. That time it was Mashburn. Demai Scott's going to come in for Anna Favor. Number 8, Chelsea Green will come in and replace Rachel Mashburn for Sandhills.
Wildcats have their largest lead now at 7, only 5 points away from taking this first set.
Watson back to serve, right side of your screen. Good serve right at the net. And a good effort. That was Wallace playing it off the net. Looking for Big Country, and again hits it in the net.
Walker getting some instruction from assistant coach Markeisha Clyburn as to what she's been doing wrong these last couple of swings. Her first swing of the night was a good one. Sure she'll get it corrected, be ready to roll here.
Inman to serve, off the hands the wrong way of Watson, and Reed plays it over. Both teams scrambling, just wide.
Good hustle by Demaya Scott to be there, almost anticipating that pass was going to be a little awry. And then the Wildcats end up with the kill after Sandhills plays the overpass.
Haley Franklin checks in for Walker. She's back to serve. Right side of your screen sends that one over. Off the hands of Hausch. Couldn't get to it. That'll be the ace for Franklin.
It's going to make Sheila Franklin happy. She's tuning in tonight whenever Haley gets a big ace.
Wildcats up 22-14. Off the tape, another pancake. That time it was Hausch for the Flyers. Is it a Waffle House or is it the Wildcat Center? Man, great effort. Hausch falls over the bleachers.
Wildcats get that point, but you got to give credit to Hausch after having the ace go off her hands the first play to come back and get that pancake and get it up. So a lot of resiliency on her part. 23-14, Wildcats up by 9.
Off the hands of Hausch. Good job playing that one in as Lysenby hits that one, and it paints the line in.
Lisenby had a lot of topspin on that one. Watson thought it was going in long, but it dove into the back corner, just at the free throw line of the basketball court.
Be Hausch back to serve, left side of your screen for the Flyers. Lilly just checked in for Ward. Reed sets Hay, tips it over.
Nice work by Hay to avoid the net call. And the left-hander able to get that one down. Coach Riggin for Sandhills asking for the net call, but she's getting no relief from the official, so it's set point.
Carrie Ketchy to serve. Floats one over to Hausch. Wallace short set for Lilly. Go right back to it, right at the net. Reed there along with Lilly. Diving for it was Hausch, and that'll do it for this first set. Wildcats take it 25-15. We'll be back here in about 3 minutes with your second set. Don't go anywhere.
All right, we're back here, ready for set two action with the Wildcats up 1-0, the 25-15 win in set number one over Sandhills Community College. So Sandhills is out of their huddle. Wildcats now just breaking theirs. And we'll get you set and ready to go for this game number two.
There we are. Both teams have switched sides of the court. Sandhills Flyers on the right side of your screen now. Wildcats in the pink jerseys in honor of Dig Pink Night for breast cancer awareness. And on the left side of your screen, original starters out there for both teams.
All right, Wildcat fans, let's welcome back to the sport, Delia Scott, Rowana Reed, Tanaya Scott, Haley Franklin.
So it'll be Sandhills getting the serve to start this second set. Shaden Hausch on your right side of the screen, ready to get the second set started. Wildcats again took that first set 25-15. Here we go. Hausch sends it over, middle of the floor, received by Ketchy. Reed sets for Delia Scott, and that one a little too strong.
So Sandhills starts out with the lead in this set, something they never had in set number 1.
Short floater received by Ketchy. Going across to Tanaya Scott this time. Hausch is there. Wall sets, going across, off the block, it's Lysenby. Reed tries to catch him off guard and going right back, but Franklin's there for the Wildcats. And it's gonna roll off Scott and Reed. They call with the lift.
Well, I think they called 4 hits because once it rolled off Scott and Reed, that was the 3, and then Watson hit it.
So nonetheless, Wildcats down 2-0 quickly to start this second set, and they get a freebie there. Off the bad serve from Hausch. That's the second or third service error of this match.
Wildcats will take it.
Demai Scott back to serve, left side of your screen. Sends one middle, played up by Hausch. Rushing to it was Wallace. That one out of bounds.
So that one goes to the Wildcats. They even us up at 2.
Scott again, short serve, played up by Hausch. Wallace, short set for Lilly, blocked immediately, but just out of bounds.
Good block by the Wildcats. It just ricocheted off of both their hands and goes just out of play.
It was Favor and Scott on the double block. Catches tying her shoe. It'll be Mashburn back to serve for Sandhills. Great serve. Franklin plays it right back over. Nearly caught him off guard. Mashburn having trouble getting up. And it goes right over the head of Franklin and right by Ketchy for the Flyers point.
Ketchy thought Franklin was going to get that one, and so she wasn't ready to react. So Flyers up by 2 now, 4-2 early in this second set.
Mashburn again, right side, played up by Franklin. Reed looks to set Scott. And that one looks to paint the line, but a little too long. And good eye by Ketchy again, lets that one go over top. And out of bounds. Another free point for the Wildcats. That's 4 in this match. Taylor Walker's going to check in for Franklin. And it will be Moana Reed back to serve. Wildcats down 5-3 early in the second set. They took the first set against Sandhills, 25-15. Great dig from Watson. Short set again for Lilly. Watson there again. Reed sets, looking for Favor, rises up. And they're looking to call for a tip, not going to get it. And it'll be Sandhills point. So we have one line judge call it in.
Well, one line judge was calling tip, but the officials said no. So the point will stay with Sandhills on that one.
Watson plays that from back row and gets the kill.
I think Kendall surprised them a little bit of that one. They weren't ready for the attack to come from the back row like that, especially the libero.
Tanaya Scott back to serve. Jamie Hay just checked in for Ketchy. Wallace, quick set again for Lilly. Call Wildcats in the net.
Going to get Jamie Hay in the net.
Jordan Ward will come in for Hausch. It will be Lilly back to serve for Sandhills. Watson receives. Reed looks for Big Country. Dug up that by Inman. Played over by Mashburn. Right to Scott. Favor rises up and gets the kill.
A lot of power that time from Favor. She puts that one away.
Demai Scott checks in for Favor. Kendall Watson back to serve. Ward comes back in. She replaces Lilly for the Sandhills Flyers. Right at the net, bumped over. Great dig by Scott. And Reed will play it over. Going across to Inman. Scott again there, diving out for it. And Demai Scott on the attack. And laying out for it was Wallace. Nearly got the pancake.
Well, Wallace did get the ball up. It just no one was able to follow up her play and able to do anything else with it.
I think one of her teammates was coming across to get to it, but the momentum of Wallace didn't want to take her teammate out. Walker on the attack, tips it up, and it falls out of bounds. Abby Wallace back to serve, right side of your screen. Coming into play now. Serve for the Flyers. Short set for Hay, winds one up and puts it down.
Big swing by Jamie Hay right there.
Haley Franklin's going to come in for Walker. She'll be back to serve. Wildcats only down 1, 8-7 early in this second set.
This set's kind of been back and forth so far. Neither team leads by more than 2.
Off the tip, Scott couldn't keep it alive. The Inman back to serve. So looking back on the season, Chuck, you got any favorite moments from volleyball? Any memories that stick out? Fans, if you're tuning in on the live chat and you got a special moment that you like, that was your favorite from this season, go ahead, type it and we'll give you the shout out on there. I know my favorite is the Moana Reed dig when she ran clear over here in the bleachers and got it with one hand to keep it alive on a big rally.
That one was definitely a good one. I think Taylor Walker's 14-kill performance, I can't remember who that was against. She had it all going that night.
Some special moments here at the Wildcat Center this season. We'll see if they can end on a good note. They currently sit at 500, 14-14 on the season. As the Wildcats get the point there, Carrie Ketchy's going to check in for Hay.
Now the Moana Reed dig, is that the immaculate possession that you were talking referencing?
Yep.
Okay. So we have a question by the Flyer captain to our officials. She gets the explanation and goes and tells head coach Riggin what we got going on. I think she's asking about that play at the net, if someone was over or not. What we did. Now we're going to have a conference between the officials. Teams are going to huddle up while two officials talk about what they did or did not see. As the conversation continues here. Are we going to have to go to New York for a replay review on this one? Looks like we're going to, they're going to call the captains over. Talk to them and see what we got going on. And make the explanation to both captains.
Tonight, Scott has the little confused look on her face, but the Wildcats get the point. So
stick with the original call. So all that for absolutely nothing.
So 10-8, Flyers leading the Wildcats here. Second set. Wildcats leading this match 1-0 as Wallace tried to catch him off guard there, instead found the net. Get called with the 4 hits. Ketchy back to serve again. Off the hands of Hausch. That'll be an ace. Tie ball game.
Hausch was backpedaling and jumped to make a play on that one. It was a very difficult play as it was.
She'll try again. Goes right side. Inman plays it up right at the net. Tip there was Lysenby. Quick set for Tanaya Scott. Diving for it was Wallace. Got a hand in there. Now they look back to Demai Scott. She got there again, but just couldn't get it in play for her teammates. And the Wildcats point. We're going to get another Sandhills timeout.
First time out of this game. We'll take it with them. Be back in 1 minute.
All right, so back out of the Flyers timeout. Here we are, Wildcats leading this second set 11-10. The Wildcats serve, Carrie Ketchy back there, left side of your screen. Coming into play now, she sends her serve over. Received by Hausch. Wass, quick set for Inman. Diving for it was Reed. Watson will get called for the double.
Watson was trying to send that one into the far corner over everyone's head. She's got a little too anxious and double hit that one.
It'll be a Hausch to serve. Looking across for Tanaya Scott. A little too much sauce on that one.
So after a 4-0 run by the Wildcats have taken 11-10 lead, Sandhills has reeled off 2 in a row here after the timeout.
Hausch, short serve received by Watson. This time they go to the other Scott. It's Demaya off the hands of Hausch out of bounds.
Demaya swinging well so far tonight. She has power and accuracy.
Favor checks in for Watson. Demaya Scott, they just got that kills. Back to serve now. Short set. Tanaya Scott, one-handed dig by Hausch.
Nice
Keeps it
work by
alive.
Hausch.
Blocked immediately by Scott and Reed.
Scott and Reed make a formidable blocking duo there at the net. They are tough.
Short set on the swing was Lilly, but Scott was there. Favor rises up, trips across the net, and that'll be the double on Lilly. Hit her arms and then hit her chest. Caught her off guard there on the kill from Favor. Wildcats go up by 2 now, 14-12. Scott again, right side, received by Inman. Wass looks to set nice and be blocked again, and that was Scott and Reed that time. Getting back to it is Ketchy. Now Demaya Scott plays it over. Right at the net, blocked immediately. Scott again. Who else?
Boy, Sandhills not able to take advantage of the free ball. Wildcats get up. They get the block put away. Now they're up by 3, their largest lead of this second set.
Received by Hausch. Wallace, short set for Lilly. Immediately again, guess who? Tanaya Scott with the block.
You can see the adjustment the Wildcats have made to get Scott there for that short set for Lilly. After Sandhills got a couple of those early in game 1, Johnson Wells has effectively shut that down ever since.
Favor hits it in the net there, cools off the Wildcats. A little bit of a heat check. It'll be Flyers point. Cuts it to 3, 16-13. Wildcats leading midway through the second set. And it'll be Rachel Mashburn back to serve, coming in the right side of your screen for the Flyers.
What exactly is a heat check in volleyball? Do you start swinging from like the Bank of America building?
Oh. You start swinging too much like that. And Watson hits it in the net. Just got to get my terms ready for basketball season, Chuck, man. You got to get ready. Tip off at what, 3 for women's and then 5 for the men's. And that time, Ketchy let that one go thinking it was long, but falls right in bounds for the ace.
So after the Wildcats went up by 3, Sandhills has fought back with a couple here, as this one remains close.
Short serve, Scott's there. Reed looking across for Favor, rises up, gets the kill.
Favor hits it off the block and down.
Victoria Hicklin comes in for the Wildcats. She replaces Franklin. Hicklin getting her first action here tonight. Reed back to serve. Middle of the floor received by Hausch. Wallace looks over for Lysenby and goes right by Watson. They call it in.
Watson was moving to her right. That one sailed by her to the left. Not much she could do. She had to do something from the matrix to be able to get a hand on that one.
Scott again on the attack. Diving forward is Hausch. Wildcats point.
Big kill there for Scott. Keep the Wildcats up by 2.
Jamie Hay comes in for Ketchy. It'll be Tanaya Scott back to serve.
I was gonna say we haven't seen Hay or Walker much here in this set. And it's Hay makes her entrance.
Lily tips it over. Reed's there. Watson gets to it. Rising up is Hicklin. Nearly a dig by Reed, but fell right in front of her. The officials call it down.
Wallace gets the kill on that one, playing the second ball over.
Be Lily back to serve. Ward comes in for Hausch. Played up by Hay. Reed looks to set favor. Off Wallace. Now Edmond on the attack. Diving forward is Watson. Reed going back to favor, this time across court. Off the hands of Lily, and that'll be a kill for favor. Demaya Scott will check in for her. Watson will be back to serve now in the black libero shirt. Cats leading 19-17. Right at the net. Couldn't put it down immediately. It was Wallace. Wildcats with it now.
Good hustle by Demaya Scott there as that one rolled along the net.
That's off the double block out of bounds.
Inman gets the kill there for Sandhills. Keeps them within one.
Serve over from Wallace. Scott on the attack. Played up by Lysenby. They look back for Mashburn. Off the double block out of bounds. Heads up. Hits a few members over there on the scores table.
Got to keep your head on a swivel. Never know when the ball's going to come your way. Sandhills now has tied it, so it's a race to 6. Remember, you do have to win by 2. That one sails just long. Wildcats get the free point off the serving error.
Haley Franklin checks in for Hicklin. Furious Franklin back to serve. The side of your screen sends that one over. Wallace on the running attack is Mashburn. Wildcats with it now, and a kill from Reed. We've seen that about once every game the past 3 weeks here.
Scott's pass was a perfect set for Moana, and she saw the opportunity and decided, hey, I'm just going to handle this myself.
Franklin again, this time in the net.
Rare service error for the Wildcats.
Somewhere in Fayetteville, North Carolina, Sheila Franklin is screaming on the couch. What was that?
So I would keep Sandhills within 1.
Taking her time is Edmond on the serve.
And they call Edmond for time violation. As she was just kind of standing there and bouncing the ball. And nothing happened.
Timeout. Wow.
Coach Reagan's going to get a timeout at 22:20. So not quite sure what happened there with Inman. I'm not sure if she didn't hear the whistle and the ready for serve. And she was just bouncing the ball, and everyone's just kind of standing around. And then the official blows the whistle and calls the time violation. So crucial mistake there for Sandhills as they were down by 1 and had the serve. Now they're down by 2. Wildcats will have the side out, 22-20. That's the last timeout of the game for Sandhills. Wildcats still have both of theirs. So we'll see how that factors into the end of this game number 2 here.
Both teams break their huddle. Again, Wildcats got the side out off that free point for the Wildcats. It was Inman that called for the time violation on her serve. That'll be Carrie Ketchy, checks in for Hay. She'll be back to resume play now. Wildcats leading 22-20. 3 more to go before they take this second set. Watson trying to catch him off guard. Hausch is there, good effort. Blocked immediately by Scott and Reed again. They look to set Demaya Scott on the attack. Played up by Lysenby and over by Wallace. Go to Tanaya Scott, cross court kill.
Scott somehow got that one over the head of Mashburn and down into the court, going cross court. Such a tough angle.
Wildcats 2 points away now as Ketchy serves. Franklin there that time.
Good call. That was a double on Reed. You saw that one go off of her fingers independently.
Lilly checks back in. She replaces Ward. It'll be Hausch back to serve.
So Sandhills sticking around, down by 2.
Set for Tanai Scott. Hausch is there. Wallace looks to set. Lyson B blocked by Scott and Reed. Wildcats 1 point away now from taking the second set. On a favor comes in for Watson. It'll be Demaya Scott back to serve.
If I was walking down the sidewalk and I saw Scott and Reed walking shoulder to shoulder, I'm just going to cross the street and go to the other side, because there's no way you're getting through that.
Diving for it was Franklin. Keeps it alive. Favor rises up. Puts it down. Wildcats take the second set, 25-21.
Just great kill by Favor right on that back line. Wildcats go up 2-0. We'll take the break with them. Next set coming up in 3 minutes. And we are back ready for set number 3. Wildcats up 2-0 over Sandhills Community College here. Final home match of the season for Johnson and Wales. The Wildcats looking to come out of this one with a win, as they are off to a good start so far. But Wildcats have jumped out to early leads before and not been able to put matches away. So hopefully Coach Phillips and the team will be able to come out on the good end of this one tonight. We'll see. Got to get it done right here.
All right, so both teams switch sides again. Wildcats back on the right side of your screen in the pink. Sandhills in the left side in the maroon colored jerseys. Wildcats will be serving right to left. Sandhills will be serving left to right. Original starters out on the floor for both teams. in the front row for the Wildcats. Both Scotts, Demaya and Tanaya, along with setter Moana Reed. In the back row in the black jersey at libero, Kendall Watson, the sophomore, along with senior co-captain Haley Franklin. And back to serve now to begin this third set, Carrie Ketchy, another senior. Look across to Lysenby, dug up by Watson. Reed looks to set Demaya Scott on the attack, off the hands, out of bounds. Wildcats get the first point, beginning this third set. Again, they took that second set, 25-21. They now lead 2-0. On the attack is Lysenby, off the block. Franklin's there. Short set for Scott, tips it over, played up by Wallace. Two players run into each other for the Flyers and eventually played over by Green. Demaya Scott blocked immediately, but Ketchy's there. They switch sides to Tanaya Scott. Right at the net, diving for it was Wallace.
Well, Wallace ended up completely on the Wildcat side of the net there. Great hustle by her. Unfortunately, doesn't pay off.
On the attack is Lysenby, and that one wide. So we apologize if you haven't been able to see the 3 sets. You heard us, but we got the picture back. We're missing our producer, Joseph Worley, again. Chuck's having to do double duty. It's hard to keep up sometimes. And that hit long. Wildcats up 4-0 beginning this third set.
Got to wonder how long Coach Riggins going to go without calling a timeout. This is basically a do-or-die game for her squad, and they can't really afford to go down too many points.
Number 2, Ivy Futrell, just checked in for the Flyers. That's her first action here tonight. She replaces Caitlin Lysenby. Wildcats on the attack now is Demaya Scott. One-handed dig there by Futrell, who just checked in. Diving for it was Scott. Goes off her hand out of bounds, so Flyers get their first point of this third set. It will be Mashburn, left side of your screen, back to serve. And in the net. Another freebie for the
giveaway there
Wildcats.
for Sandhills. As we said, when you in a must-win set, you just can't afford to give away points like that.
Served by Demaya Scott. Wallace tries to catch him off guard, but Scott's there. Reed tries to go right back at him. On the attack into the net was Mashburn. Essentially another freebie for the Wildcats. Demaya Scott again back to serve. Short one received by Hausch. Walsh short set for Lilly. Tipped it over Scott. Rising up is Favor, puts it down.
So high above the net was Favor that time.
Rise up, Ayanna Favor. Oh, man. And there we go, first timeout for Sandhills.
So we'll keep it here for this one. 7-1. Johnson Wales off to a quick start here in game number 3. Coach Riggin seeing all she needed to see. Her team down by 6. And sensing the momentum really starting to swing heavily in the Wildcats' favor, she had to call the timeout there. Trying to find something to get her team going here. As they've, other than kind of their quick start there to game number 2, they haven't had much to write home about so far tonight.
Wildcats out of their huddle. Coach Reagan still talking over with her players. Again, tomorrow we'll be on the air 6:55 p.m. at Ortho, Carolina for women's soccer final home game of the season. They'll take on Pfeiffer.
Are we going to be bundled up tomorrow, or is it going to be nice? I think it's going to be decent temperatures tomorrow.
Well, last game, someone told me to dress warm. I didn't dress warm enough, so I'm going to come prepared for any weather, rain, sunshine, cold. I'll be ready, Chuck. Tipped over by Wallace. Demaya Scott's there. Reed short set for Tanaya Scott. Great dig and played over by Wallace. Wildcats have it back. Ayanna Favor gets it blocked, but dug up by Demaya Scott, and the ball goes right in the up ref stand.
I say up ref's got to get that ball. That's his ball all day. He's got to get that one. Keep in play.
Serve from Futrell, received by Ketchy. Running for it was Reed, and Franklin couldn't get enough on that one to play it over. I think Wildcats were scrambling, didn't know who was going to get to it. Looked like Franklin was going to initially take the ball that Reed eventually got. Reed came out flying. Got to it. Reed now sets Tanai Scott.
They get Reed for a double there. That appeared to be a good call from our angle. She had a funky spin off of it. So a little run here by Sandhills as they're trying to creep back into this one.
Futrell again.
And just
Gives
as
it
we
right
say
back.
that,
Broadcaster's jinx.
sails one 10 feet over the end line.
Victoria Hicklin checks in for Franklin.
Checking in here, Wildcats, number 3, Victoria Hicklin.
As you mentioned earlier in the second set, haven't seen much of Walker and Hay. Usually Walker would come in for Franklin. Instead, it's been Hicklin. On the attack is Green, and that one wide.
I think part of the reason why is who are you going to take out? You're not going to take out
Exactly.
Tanaya. She's playing well. You're not going to take out Delmaya. She's playing well. You're not going to take out Moana. Like, everybody's on song tonight, and it's really showing up in the way the Wildcats are playing.
As you say that again, broadcaster's jinx gets him every time. Maybe we should go a 5-minute stretch where it's silent. We should just let him play out and see what happens. Tiaja Lilly, left side of your screen to serve. Received by Hicklin right at the net. Couldn't put it down, was Ward, had an easy opportunity. Nobody was in front of her from the Wildcat side.
I think that was one of those cases where it's so easy. It's right there in front of you, and you just, I just got to make the play, and you just can't. You short it right into the net. Ward's got to be upset with herself.
Jamie Hay just checked in. She replaced Demaya Scott, rolling out her calf muscle on the bench now. Reed sets, going to Favor, rises up, gets another kill. Favor having a good game.
Like I said, you can't take out Favor. Who are you going to put in? It's the kind of problems you'd like to have as a coach.
Tanai Scott back to serve. Set across the green, has to wind back up a little bit for it. Favor again. Off the hands of Mashburn, out of bounds. Another Favor kill.
It's 12-5. Wildcats now have their largest lead at 7.
Wildcats showing no signs of slowing down. Off the block, trying to get to it was Reed and Scott. Fall right between them. The Flyers point and stops the bleeding for Sandhills.
They sorely need a point for the visitors. They get Wallace back to serve.
Watson receives. Reed looks for Favor again. Futrell plays it off, and then Green on the attack. That one long. Demai Scott back in, replaces Favor. Maybe Watson back to serve, coming in the right side of your screen. Wallace runs to get it. Green on the runner. Watson there again. Reed looks to set Demaya Scott. Blocked right back to her.
Good job
Flyers
there
point.
by the Flyers. Two-person wall. Blocks Demaya Scott right back down to the middle of the Wildcats court.
Chelsea Green back to serve. Short set for Hay, tips it over. Mashburn's there. Wallace looks to set for Trell. Diving for it was Scott. Good dig. Hicklin rises up. Off the hands. Wallace saves it, and Hausch plays it over. It'll be a double on Reed. We're going to call a lift, but nevertheless, Flyers point. 13-8.
Reed had to kind of run under that one and crouch down a little bit and couldn't quite get it under.
That one off. The air duct work up top.
Good job by the Wildcats to keep that one alive.
Diving for it was Watson, the one-handed dig. Trying to catch him off guard, but Watson goes right back and gets the kill. 2 kills tonight for Watson.
So the Wildcats kind of turned the tables on Sandhills there. After Sandhills had the Wildcats on the run the first part of that point, Wildcats able to save one off of the ductwork. And then the Wildcats get the kill, and that'll be the second timeout for Coach Riggin. We'll take that one with them. Be back in 1 minute.
All right, here we are back out of the Sandhills timeout. Wildcats back to serve. It's Haley Franklin. Johnson Wales leading 14-8 here in the third set, leading this match 2-0. Wildcats have played very well here tonight. That was a good kill from Mashburn. Gets it right between the block. Lilly checks in, replaces Ward.
Wildcats can't let up there right now. They're still 9 points away from pulling this one out. You know, Sandhills isn't going to quit.
Short serve received by Scott. Demaya Scott tips it over. Wallace was there. They go across to Futrell. Blocked by Reed, and again, Sandhills able to save it. Wallace goes back to Hay, winds one up and puts it down. Oh, what a swing by Jamie Hay.
She'll take a seat on the bench, and Carrie Ketch will come in on the serve rotation. Hay with a nice handful of kills tonight.
Short set for Lilly. Couldn't get the block that time with Scott. And it'll be a kill for Tiaja Lilly.
I don't think they were quite ready where they needed to be. And Lilly able to get that short set kill for the first time in quite a while.
Mashburn, bottom left side of your screen. Coming into play now, set to serve for the Flyers. Wildcats leading this third set 15-10. Tonight Scott tips it over, dug up by Mashburn. Futrell winds one up, off the net, out of bounds. Went around the pole the wrong way. Favor's going to come in for Watson. It'll be Demaya Scott back to serve. Short set for Lilly. Wildcats were there that time, diving for it. Woo! Dangerous play with Scott. Really close to that pole. Couldn't get to it in time. Flyers point.
So Lilly, again, able to score off the short set that time. Wildcats did get it up, but they blocked it straight up in the air and then eventually out of bounds.
And a freebie there off the bad serve from Lysenby. Wildcats, I think, are going to get Ty Gonzalez into the game. Senior as well. Again, Haley Franklin, Carrie Ketchy, the other two seniors for the Wildcats.
It's good to have Ty's family in last week for senior night, making a long trip from the Virgin Islands. See their first match in person.
Short set for Lilly, and that time hits it wide. So Flyers are trying to feed it to Lilly. She's converted on 2 or 3 of them. Hits that one long. Wildcats up by 7, 18-11. Reed serves again. Blocked immediately by Favor. Wallace tried to catch him off guard. Don't think she saw Favor already there in midair, ready for the block. Reed will serve again. They look across for Green. Diving for it was Watson. Couldn't get to it in time. It'll be a Flyers point.
Good swing there by Green.
Ward checks in for Hausch. It'll be Lilly back to serve.
It's a numbers game now for Sandhills. They're down by 7. The Wildcats only need 6 points to win.
Still need 6. The ace for Lilly.
So Sandhills has got to be very efficient on the offensive end. We're going to get Moana Reed with a little towel work there, center of the court. Make sure we're all good to go.
And that serve long went right between Gonzalez and Favor.
They had it covered on all the angles. They're going to make sure it was out on the X-axis, the Y-axis, the Z-axis.
Right, they followed it too. I mean, both of them just split the middle where it came down. Cats 5 points away from getting the sweep off the block. Gonzalez was there. The Wildcats take it 4 points away now.
So think about volleyball. You can't run out the clock with a big lead. You have to stay aggressive all the way through the end of the match and get to that 25 points.
Set across for Green, and another kill for Green.
Green's
Showing
playing
some
well
life
here
in the third set for the
in
Flyers.
the late stages. It might be a little too late for her team. But Sandhills has found a little something in Green.
Wallace to serve. Received by Hay. Short set for Hay. Winds one up. Too long.
Just long on that one by Hay.
Again, Wallace back to serve left side for Sandhills. Scott from the back row off the tip. Hausch is there. Wallace looks to set Mashburn and puts it where no Wildcats were for another kill for Sandhills.
Mashburn, good job there. Saw a wide open back part of the Wildcats defense and put it down. So Sandhills, closest they've been in a while, down by 5.
Favor has to reset to get that one over. Flyers with it now on the attack again is Green, this time long. No tip. Going to be a Wildcats point. Demise Scott checks in for Favor. It'll be Kendall Watson back to serve. Wildcats 3 points away from getting the sweep.
Reed boxed out Favor there after she set for her.
Go across to Mashburn. Scott's there. Reed plays it up. And over by Gonzalez. Right at the net, tipped up. Off the hands of Hay. Diving for it was Reed. Got to it. Good effort. And played over by Scott. They reset. Hay gets the kill.
That time Hay goes with the finesse play, and it works. So 23-16 now. Wildcats 2 points away.
Sandhills out of timeouts as Watson serves that one up. Played from the back row is Lysenby. Scott's there. Reed sets across the Demise. Scott tips it over. Coming up for it was Wallace. Right at the net. Blocked by Gonzalez. Tipped over to the back row to Watson. Reed's going to go to Gonzalez. Immediately blocked. That'll be a Flyers point.
So still down by 6. 23-17.
I don't know if your parents at home watching are just anxious, like, come on, Wildcats, put this game away. So here we are, 2 points away. Gonzalez tips it over. Getting to it is Wallace. Rising up is Mashburn and hits that one in the net. 4 hits on the Flyers. They're 1 point away now as Haley Franklin will check in. She'll be back to serve. See if she could put this one away on an ace.
Be a fitting into her.
Oh, too long.
Just wide. Oh, so close.
Man. Tried to paint that back line, just went a little long. Guess you could say we jinxed her. Broadcasters jinx. They say there's no such thing, but, man, it's real if you're superstitious. Hausch back to serve now. Wildcats still match point here, opportunity. Demise Scott winds one up, and that'll do it. Wildcats defeat Sandhills Community College 3-0. Fitting in for up and down season for the Wildcats.
More importantly, they go over 500, 15-14 in the regular season. As we said, they will await their fate on Wednesday to see if they earn a trip to the USCAA National Championships. Tune in with us, 5:30 on the USCAA's YouTube page for that selection show video, and we'll find out together whether or not the Wildcats make it to Virginia Beach for a second consecutive year. For Voice of the Wildcats, Kelly Turner, I am Chuck Charles. We're signing off for tonight. We'll be back on the air tomorrow, 6:55 for women's soccer against Pfeiffer. We will see you then.